So I'm looking at this Xbox interview with Fortune magazine, the second one that they did, and as I usually do, I start looking at the comment section. It's already the bashing of Xbox going on. Hey, if your name is publicly here, well, get ready to hold some accountability to your statements. This person said DEI personified. This is an insult. This is just what it is. And as somebody who couldn't be bothered with whatever your politics freaking get out of here is, I single-handedly think that these are all PlayStation fanboys, or what y'all call ponybots. You know what you guys call ponybots? So in my lessons from the Xbox fan base, you guys taught me that there's an Xbox fan or somebody who was with Xbox who didn't like the status of Xbox not holding on to exclusives and constantly worries about Xbox. In their conclusion, they subscribe to the anti-Xbox mindset. And so in their minds, Xbox is struggling, dying, or something is wrong or amiss with Xbox. Xbox's advancement, Xbox's progress, Xbox's setting PlayStation on the back foot where they said that our pillars are behind the competition and dated is not enough because the status that they once had amongst their peers or amongst people that Xbox was this thing is now changing. And you see a lot of them here. I also thought that these people were interested in conversations, and then I saw this user, Phil Spencer. This user here, very notorious. I blocked them from the Video Game Fight School channel. Xbox management are clueless and have done nothing but damage the brand from terrible decisions. This is the cult of the PlayStation fanboy. Xbox blah 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 the brand. The brand. Blah 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 the brand. That's how they go. You have no clue they have no clue what they're talking about. Phil Spencer is a yes man. Blah 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 blah. My dude, Xbox bodied every single one of these other companies into irrelevance. Nobody talks about them. Nintendo is shipping units and units and units of hardware, and nobody is even talking about them. They're not doing anything special. They're not doing anything that is customer friendly. If anything, the moment they like literally sneeze, it's a bunch of anti-consumer dross that comes out of it. Oh, do you want you to pay for a button and all of this? PlayStation, they sneeze, it's controversy with their purchase of freaking Bungie and their lack of any consumer, benefits that actually make their platform worthwhile from somebody who's thinking about how their gaming is going to be value-based. All of the internet has lost its mind in this Xbox conversation. That's pretty much what it is. That's literally what it is. People always talk, oh, let's find somebody who actually cares about gamers. My guy, my dudette, and my dude, touch grass. These companies aren't here to care about you. Have you not been told? Goodness gracious. If Sarah Bond was not doing her job well, she wouldn't have her job. And that's what I think really irks you guys. Her job has been so effective in pursuing that vision because she latched onto Phil's vision. Many of you behave as if Phil Spencer was not already saying these things as far back as 5, 6, 7 years ago, before she even got into the Xbox ecosystem. So everything that she's actually saying is basically a laid down vision that she's pushing forward with her own ideas. So again, you guys are gaslighting yourselves and you make yourselves very rich, grounds for content for anybody who wants to think through this. And in many cases, for everybody to see that behind the anonymity, you're hiding some kind of weird vitriol against Xbox. Are you upset that they stopped making games exclusive? Just say that you're upset that they stopped making games exclusive. Do you think that they should go back to making games exclusive? Just say you think they should go back. But the problem when you say that is you have to defend how they're going to be a profitable company. When Sony is abandoning exclusivity and putting its games on PC at every given venture to make more money. They bought an entire studio called Nixis to port PC games, and some of you are still here crying about identity of the brand. Touch grass. Find a higher being. Worship God. Do something and get yourself away from this box attachment. Read a book. Pursue philanthropy. This is where I'm going to, y'all have reached a point where you probably need to go ahead and clean your room. For crying out loud, what in the world is this nonsense that you all are putting out here?
This is so weird. If you've been playing, oh my God, that's why. Oh no, PlayStation fanboys, you guys are going to put yourself into, if you continue with this paradigm, you're going to put yourself into a state that you are not ready for the ramifications of. Because now I see y'all taking swipes at PC, and that will be the end of everything that you think is sensible about your platform that you play on. You cannot do that. You will literally see your pundits, your podcast, they will get smashed into bits if they try that, because many of them have, gone and heavy-handedly been proponents of bad anti-consumer frameworks. And now seeing them talk about Valve, like I'm seeing them. Valve is a threat to Xbox. It makes the Steam machine more blah, blah, blah. You will still fall into Xbox's hands the day you buy any kind of PC. You will. Are you kidding me? You're going to go get a Steam machine and you have Game Pass PC and you're not going to look back at it because you want to own your games? Woo! You'll be falling into a big trap you don't even know. You better stay in the platform that you're in. Because at some point, Microsoft will collect more money from you because you're not really going in from a side of good faith anyways, nor are you thinking past the emotional side. So you're just basically the person that's ripe for the taking. That's what it is. You're going to go buy a Valve Steam box? Look at all these people talking about not owning your games on Game Pass. It's just a license. Now they want to all talk Valve? Man, you're about to expose yourself so bad because, physical. Now you want to talk about a digital storefront? You're just showing that you hate Xbox, but you love everything else, that just because it's not Xbox, you pretty much agree that it's better. Because Xbox could literally, I could serve you the same pie, and I could put Xbox on one of those pies and put anything else on that pie, and you would pick the other one saying, yeah, this one is better, even if it's the exact same pie. That's what most of you are doing. And to me, I think it's quite shameful. There is no shame in y'all talking nonsense about a woman who is basically doing her job and doing it well, pretty much following the vision that has been cast before her. That seems to be very effective, by the way, because if it wasn't effective, you guys won't have to talk about Xbox. Xbox would be dead and long gone. But it seems like it's actually very effective. And that's what I think is irking y'all even more. They spent money. They bought the most precious PlayStation asset, Call of Duty, because at some point, you guys were sitting there pretending like PlayStation was all that, when in reality, they were flexing with OPM, other people's money, right? So there it is. This young lady shows up, and she pretty much is enthusiastic. She's happy about what it is that she's doing. She wanted to get the job. She said she saw the opportunity in gaming, and she jumped on it. And I got to tell you, she's done a stellar job. She's really come out very bold. She wants to win. This is going to go on her resume. She has tenure at wherever it is that she goes, and she wants this to be her big win. PlayStation is not going to survive this kind of enthusiasm. I'm sorry. Did you see the investor meeting with the PlayStation execs, how they were reading from a script? And you see her, she's sitting there and taking free-form interviews, and y'all are whining and crying. Look at you guys, all hypocrites, the whole lot of you. The whole lot of you. Because again, like I said, when PlayStation's executives actually sat down, they read a script for almost 30 minutes, like machines. Yet, you all are in the comment section over here fomenting and seething. It's shameful. I can't even show this. I can't even read your comments because that just looks, oh, Lord, have mercy. No. This is crazy. This is crazy. Something has happened and has gone wrong somewhere that this conversation has taken this kind of a turn. Wasn't it the other podcast the other day that somebody went on there and said something about this lady, and all these so-called, pundits did not shut that down because it's Xbox? Shame on you from top to bottom. Every single one of you that has fomented this so-called Xbox hate, instead of truly criticizing the company for its own, demerits and actually giving them genuine demerits, you've allowed them to slide with some of the worst things because now you've basically pit everybody for them. You flipped the script on yourselves, and now many of you look like jokes. Wow.